Hello everyone and welcome to Shelton Coast Farms here in Stardew Valley. My name is Melanie B and this will be another compilation episode of 4 days starting on the 17th of spring to the 20th of spring. And we start the day on the island and we just grabbed a few things out of the fridge. And we have our morning breakfast of course before heading outside. And over to the dig site we go. Just wanted to dig up the worm spot. But what don't I have in my inventory? My hoe. So we got the bone nose and we had to go back to the farm to get the hoe. So we got a few goodies and back to the farm we shall go. And I decided to wear my totem mask just for fun. And here we are back in the valley. Went down to take care of the animals. And got some stuff from the fish pond as well. Got some caviar and some roe. And even a battery and pearl. Then we sell all of the products we just picked up. The jellies, the mayos, all of the roe. And because there was a thunderstorm yesterday, there were some battery packs. Now it was time to do a little farm chores. So we retilled all the spots and planted some fiber seeds. And then we left the farm. Now it's time for another trip in to the Lost Valley Caves. Just trying to get the items needed for crafting the prismatic shard. We also need to craft the... What else do we need to craft? The amphora bowl? And I think the sword as well. I think there's 3 or 4 items still needed to be crafted. That was only available down here, and today unfortunately we didn't get any of the pieces we needed for the artifact. So it's back to the farm we went, after spending most of the day there. Went and got some stuff out of the shed, just 5 bottles of wine. But the shed had more wine, just 22 though. So we got 27 bottles of wine sold for today. Then we went up to the train station to chop down some trees. It just seems I'm in perpetual need of wood. So we've sold a few more things. and headed to bed. And we leveled up our cooking that night to level 9. And the take for today was 177,000 Gs. Pretty good. And we woke up on the 18th, had our morning coffee, and a crab cake, of course. Said good morning to the family. Then I decided I'm gonna trade my farm totem mask for the golden mask instead. For no other reason than I just felt like it. Got some coins from Pierre. And then grab a bunch of iridium to get processed. And our spring seeds were spring crops forage were harvested, so we had to plant some more. And then it was to the island. Just grabbed a few things and sold a few. And back to the valley. Did a few farm chores before heading to East Scarp. And we attempted to chop some trees, but we failed. And we attempted again, and we failed again. Then I got started on a new project that I wanted to do in this little area up here. So I got some pathing, but I only had 19 pieces of wood at the time. So I definitely needed to get some more. So it was back to chopping some trees. We spent quite a few hours chopping trees. And after collecting quite a bit of wood, we headed down to Adventure Skill. Got a leak as well. And hey, there's a tree here. Might as well chop it. We were of course searching for Silly to give him a gift, but we could not find him, so we left and decided to collect a few salmon berries. And cut down a few trees as well. As we were working on chopping trees, there came Silly. So we immediately headed back to Adventure's Guild to get him a strawberry. There you go. And we headed back to the farm, sold some more items. And off to bed we go. And today we made 88,000 Gs. Then on Friday the 19th, the day started as it always starts. Almost. But we did have our crab cake. And some coffee. And spent a little time with the family. Then we went to see Krobus. And decided to pick up a sprinkler because why not? And then it was back to the Adventurers Guild to give Silly another gift. And now that brought us to 10 hearts with Silly. Back up to the East Scarp Mountain Pass to chop more trees. But now the trees are very few. Because we've been chopping trees here for days. And it's starting to run short. So we went back down to get to work on our project again. So we made some more of the pathing. And got it all placed down. Didn't go very far though. So we did a little bit of cleanup, and then again we were back to chopping trees. We spent a whole lot of time chopping trees in the last few days. Okay, then we made some more pathing and got back to work on our little project. And what do we do next? We chop some more trees. And then we headed back to the farm. And off to bed we went. And today we sold 136,000 Gs. Out of bed we go, said hello to baby, had some coffee, and out we go. Headed straight over to the desert. We wanted to get some more artifact tropes traded. Got a very important daffodil. And almost missed this worm spot, which was a very precious copper ore. And we headed into town, and there was a cutscene with Zinnia and Silly. Come on, Silly. Oh, hello, Melanie B. Oh, you saw that? Yeah, Silly's been acting a bit down for the past few days. I'm not sure why. Come on, Silly. Look, it's your favorite farmer, Melanie B. Melanie B, yay! Silly loved Melanie B. That's so sweet. Aw, you really are Silly's best friend, Melanie B. All right, Silly, we better get going. We don't want to hold up Farmer Melanie B. I'm sure they have a lot of work to do. Silly, what's wrong? Silly don't feel like going. What's Silly saying, Melanie B? Oh. Why, Silly? Silly want to be with Melanie B. You want to stay with Melanie B? Oh, Silly, you should have just told us earlier. I know that room at the guild is awfully cramped. Hey, Melanie B, if you'd allow it, I think that it would be a great idea for Silly to move to your farm. Silly has really taken a liking to you after all. I'm sure that we could get a new room built for Silly that will truly make them feel at home. And Robin, who simply cannot mind her own business, is someone interested in a room expansion? Oh, Robin. Why were you eavesdropping, Robin? Why, yes, me and Melanie B were just talking about that. Well, if you're looking for a room for Silly, I've got just the thing. Silly's a slime, right? I'm sure they would be comfortable in an underground basement that better simulates their natural cave environment. Silly loved that idea. Really, Silly? That's amazing. Great, I'll only need about 100 hardwood to add to that expansion to your farmhouse, if you're interested. Well, Melanie B, what do you say? Can Silly move into the farm with you? Of course he can. Yay, Silly's so happy. Yay, this will be so good for Silly, Melanie B. Alright then. Just swing by with the 100 hardwood I need anytime and I'll get to work as soon as possible. You hear that, Silly? You're gonna move in with Melanie B soon. It'll be amazing, I just know it. Silly's so excited! You agreed to let Silly move in with you. You have a new quest to get started. So we continued our way into town to go to Pierre's shop. But Pierre wasn't at his desk as yet. Then I got in Pierre's way for no reason at all, which made him mad and speed up. Then I purchased the wallpaper and flooring catalog. And we headed back to our farm. And we got the hardwood, but there was only 90 at the time, so we headed down to the secret woods to get some more. We needed 10 more pieces. Grab some other boards there as well. And there we did it, 100 pieces. Well, 102. So we headed up straight to the carpenter shop and handed over the hardwood. And Robin agreed to have the room ready in 1 day, which is super fast. Then we headed into town and over to Clint's shop. Wanted to finally crack open those artifact troves we purchased. But then I got there and I realized my inventory was really full. So we headed back and got our inventory cleared out and came back to Clint. Opened up some Omni Geodes first. Then we started with the artifact troves, and within 2, we had it. The bone flute, the final artifact we needed. So straight over to the museum we went. And donated the last needed artifact. And for that donation, we got an achievement and a new reward. And our reward was our 7th and final star drop. It was extra delicious. Then we proceeded to collect all the other items we had collected from the museum, since we had space in our backpack now. Then we headed home. We sold a few items and put some other stuff away. But there was still a need for wood, and we had exhausted all other wood in the area, so we headed to the deep woods. There were tons and tons of trees and tons of bugs and baddies. So we spent the entire night in the woods chopping away We had well over 1,000 pieces. And then we passed out in the woods. And for today, we sold 142,000 Gs. Pretty good, I must say. Well, that is it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching.